Hello again, 4th grade. Right now we're going to go over math lesson 526, which is on comparing fractions greater than 1 using reasoning and also using benchmark fractions. So on your whiteboard or your piece of paper, whatever you're writing with, I would like for you to write down these two fractions. We have 31/8 and 29/7. Now we want to compare these fractions using greater than, less than, or equal to. And if you're working by yourself or with a partner, I want you to either think in your head or think out loud, talk it out. What strategy could you use to compare these fractions? We see that they both have different denominators. The wholes are different, so they're a little difficult to compare. So the easiest way to compare fractions is if they either have a similar denominator, or we could always make them both into mixed fractions. And because I'm working on making mixed fractions, let's try that. So what I would like for you to do, and this is going to be honesty policy, I would like for you to pause the video, and I want you to try to work through creating or changing these improper fractions into mixed fractions. You might be able to compare them a little easier once they both become mixed fractions. So I'm going to go over these right now. So I would like for you to pause the video and then unpause it when you're ready to go over them. Okay, so hopefully you paused it. But let's take a look first at 31/8. So 31/8, we first want to think about, how many wholes we have in 31/8. So we know that our unit is eighths, and one whole would be 8/8, right? So 8/8 would be 1 whole, 2 wholes would be 16/8, 3 wholes would be 24/8, 4 wholes would be 32/8. We don't quite have enough to make 4 wholes, but we can make 3 wholes, okay? So again, 3 wholes with a unit of 8 would be 24/8. So for 31/8, we have 24/8, which is equal to 3, but we'll write that in just a little bit. So 24/8, and what we have left over is 7/8. So we know it's going to be 24/8 plus 7/8. Now we want to change this into a mixed fraction. We know that 24/8 is 3 wholes. So this is going to be equivalent to 3 7/8. I know it's a little squished in there, but hopefully you can see our answer. Okay, so we know that 31/8 is 3 7/8. Now let's go over 29/7. So we want to think, okay, our unit is sevenths, and how many wholes do we have in 29? 1 whole would be 7/7. So 1 whole, 7/7, 2 wholes, 14/7, 3 wholes, 21/7, 4 wholes would be 28/7, and we're at 29. So we know we can't make a 5th whole. So we know we can make 4 wholes, which would be 28/7. And then we have 28, 29, 1/7 left over. Okay. So we know that 28/7 is going to be the same as 4 wholes. And then we have 1/7 left over. Okay. That was a little messy. Sorry about that. So we have 4 1/7 and 3 7/8. Now, it's a little easier to compare these, right? We don't really even need to look at the fractions. We can just look at the whole numbers. In this case, 4 is clearly larger than 3. So we know that 4, and if we wanted to write the comparison symbol here, we know that 3 7/8 is less than 4 1/7. So we're going to translate this back to our improper fractions. So we know that 31/8 is going to be less than 29/7. We could also flip that around and say that 29/7 is greater than 31/8. However you solved it, both of those answers are correct. All right, friends, so in section 526, you guys will be completing the following problem set questions, 1A and B, as well as, listen to this, as well as 3B, D, F, H, and J. Make sure you're referring to your independent study packet for further instructions. Thank you for listening, and feel free to rewatch the video if you need to go over it again. And I'll see you guys next time.